Okay, I'm at the town hall in Melbourne tonight. First time I've ever been in here for a band. And Dreamcatcher are doing their Luck Inside Seven Doors tour. And I'm here for it. Even though, if I'm to believe the set list of their previous shows that they've done throughout last year, they are not doing my favourite song, and that's a bummer. That's my song called What, which if you've been watching my channel, you'd know that's my jam. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're doing it on this tour. But things are gearing up, so I'll show you a look at the venue. Check this out. And as you can hear the music, that is the song What, which is my favourite jam. So I guess they're giving it to us now because we're not going to get it in the show. But this is the first K-pop rock show that I've ever been to. So first time for everything. Well, that was not what I was expecting. I am sitting outside the town hall here in Melbourne, where I just got to see Dreamcatcher live, and that was unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. I don't go to, I guess, traditional K-pop shows, but this was a band that I discovered that have K-pop, but have like guitars and drums and everything, and it's like rock music and stuff like that. Yeah, so this was my first Dreamcatcher experience. They were supposed to come to Australia a few years ago. Something happened, and so this is their very first show ever in Australia. I got to say, man, like it was something else. Like you play like 3 songs and then you talk to the crowd for 10 minutes, and then you play another 3 songs and talk to the crowd for 10 minutes, etc., etc. And they had a translator this time so that we could hear what they were saying and understand what they were saying. So that was pretty cool. Although it did drag on a bit, I felt, but you know, I mean, you've got 7 members there, all wanting to give their opinions, and then it's got to be translated, and so it's a lot of back and forth, and that does take time. The show has just finished now. It started at 7:05, and it finished at 22:10. So there you go. Do the math. That's how long the show went, and it was pretty wild. It was really good. I was really into it, and. Yeah, I mean, although I was a bit long-winded, it was actually not a bad gig. Although the only downfall was that they didn't have the full band. It was just the 7 girls dancing to the, I guess you can say, like a karaoke tape or something like that. Like that's what they were doing, I guess. But yeah, that was a that was a bummer. Someone in the line told me that they'd only ever done the full show with the band twice. So that's pretty crazy. Hang on, there's a guy busking up here. I'm gonna have to pause it in case he has his music monetized by YouTube and all of a sudden I get copyright infringement. I go from one busker, and whenever he fades out, another busker comes on and starts rocking out and whatever. So, and then after that, I had some guy banging on pans and stuff like that. Really cool drummer guy. So, I just can't get a break. I think I'm just gonna sit down at the train station and continue this. But this is Melbourne on a Friday night. It's busy, crazy busy. I got this. Every time I walk past that place back there, Harajuku Crepes, I want a crepe, always. Melbourne Central now. The roof is pretty cool and you can't see it, but no, I guess you can see that. But this place is pretty cool if you like things that smell like soap, because Lush is over there and it smells like soap. I'm gonna grab a juice for the ride home. I can't leave without these. It's like $1.25 each and they're like the best things ever. Hey Melbourne. Orange juice tastes good. And here is the honey nougat bar. Okay, so Dreamcatcher, it came out with a bang. Like the crowd was really fired up, like electric fired up. And it seemed that any of the girls could just say, you know, they could say anything really. And as soon as they said it, the crowd would go nuts. So they could just go, hi, crowd goes crazy. It was just wild to see how into it this crowd was. Like they were really, really into this show. And I guess anticipating it for a long time. So the show was wild. They played, God, I'm trying to think of how many songs. They must have played like 20 songs. And well, when I say play, they didn't actually play any instruments. Okay, they performed like 20 songs. Hang on a second. I'm going to try this thing. And you know, nobody likes to watch people eat on camera, but I'm going to show you what it's like to eat one of these. As my friend Dan would say in Mexico, interesting texture. These things rule. I will mention also that it was 2 members' birthdays from today for the show. So that was pretty interesting. They celebrated the birthday on stage with a cake. It was Dami and who was the other member? I can't remember. Oh my God, I can't believe this. I've forgotten this already and it only just happened. Anyway, there was birthdays for 2 members. So they celebrated on stage with us, which is pretty cool. Lots of crowd participation, which is very cool. The crowd was very, very loud. Very, very loud, like possibly some of the loudest I've ever heard. So I stood right at the very back of the room in front of the mixing desk so that my camera wouldn't be in the way of anybody. Also, if you're standing at the mixing desk, you're going to get the best sound, right? So anyway, the girls came on, like I said, everyone went crazy. And then they just performed and did one song after another, but they sing one song and then they talk for 10 minutes. And then they sing another song and then talk for 10 minutes. And that happened almost every break. And then the last part kind of turned into like a comedy act of sorts, where they did this one more time thing, and basically they were dancing, and to each member got to do a dance or something. So that was a bit bizarre. Didn't know what was going on there, but that was part of the show, I guess. And yeah, and then they walked off again, and they came back and they did 2 more songs. But overall, the show was really enjoyable. The tickets were like $100, like $90 or something, like $98 or something like that, just under 100. And I wasn't interested in any of the merch, didn't like any of the merch. So I didn't get any, I didn't even film any of the merch just because the lineup for the merch was just insane. Couldn't get close to it. But yeah, you can look at it online. They posted it on their Instagram, so you can see it on there. But the show, yeah, really, really good. I had a great time checking it out, and I would go see them again. I definitely would go see Dreamcatcher again. I thought it was very entertaining. I like the songs, obviously, because I have the albums. But yeah, I've never been at like anything like that before, but I really did enjoy it. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. As you would have seen, lots of live footage interspersed with this video, just to give you an idea of what it was like there. It was pretty wild, it was pretty crazy, but I had a really good time. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Dreamcatcher was cool. I'd go see it again. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Long Gone Loser Rock Show. Take care of yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.